New videos have surfaced of Brian Harpool, who was Charlie Kirk's security leading up to his death. He has since been fired from Turning Point USA, and many have questioned his involvement in what took place.
Do you ever feel unsafe when it gets to this amount of numbers? Has there ever been any scare?
The footage from Charlie Kirk's final moments has exploded across social media, and one question keeps coming up again and again. Millions of people have been watching the same clips, slowing them down frame by frame, and debating whether the emergency response unfolded the way it should have. Some viewers believe the videos raise serious questions about what happened in those critical moments, while others say the footage doesn't provide enough context to reach those conclusions. In this video, we're breaking down the timeline, the viral claims, the publicly discussed details, and what has actually been reported so far. We'll separate confirmed information from online speculation and look at why this story has become one of the most talked about controversies on the internet.
Why do you think that they tore up and paved over the crime scene so quickly?
I have had and asked that at least 10 times. And I said, I don't understand the exigency of why they did that.
Let's get into it. Everyone keeps sending me the same footage from Charlie Kirk's final moments before his death. And one detail has everyone talking. A lot of people online are now questioning what happened in the seconds that followed, with some wondering whether his security team may have delayed medics from reaching him. That's a serious claim, and it's important to remember that it remains speculation unless supported by verified evidence. But before we get into why some people are questioning whether Charlie's team may have blocked medical help, we need to look at what the footage actually shows after he was shot, because that's where this story starts getting even more confusing. The official explanation is that the scene turned into complete chaos almost instantly. People were panicking, and according to that account, the security team was focused on getting Charlie away from the danger as quickly as possible.
People start screaming. I'm like, okay, there's a shooting. Me and the guy next to me, we yell, get down. People start hitting the ground. Everybody was loud. Everybody's screaming.
That's the version they have shared anyway. No one expects people to stay calm or react perfectly in a situation that intense. But that's where more questions started popping up. To many viewers, the footage doesn't just look panicked. It appears disorganized, rushed, and unusually controlled at the exact moment when trained medical personnel would have been especially important. On top of that, many people were already raising concerns about the overall security and event setup. Charlie was speaking outdoors in a crowded open area, surrounded by nearby rooftops and buildings with views overlooking the venue.
Then I'm like, okay, now I'm safe to go. The security detail was pathetic. I got a ticket ahead of time. I got it for free somehow. I didn't even have to sign. I didn't even have to show them like my ID when I was getting the ticket. I show up. I go up to the desk and I'm like, is there somewhere I need to show my ticket? And they're like, oh yeah, over there. There's a guy over there. There was no guy.
Later reports led to even more questions, with claims that there was no rooftop monitoring, no drone surveillance, no bag checks, and only a limited visible law enforcement presence for an event with a crowd that size. So almost immediately, people began asking how the security plan allowed the area to be so exposed in the first place. But the discussion didn't stop there. After Charlie was shot, the footage that many people continue to replay appears to show several people rushing toward him before quickly moving him away, and that's the moment many viewers keep focusing on. Some critics argue the team appeared more focused on moving Charlie than allowing medical care to begin right there, while others disagree and say the footage alone doesn't tell the full story. Questions have also been raised online about emergency response, including claims about 911 calls and whether medical personnel or equipment were delayed. But those claims have not been conclusively verified. One commenter even wrote, "I've never seen a more obvious cover-up." One commenter asked, "Who treats a gunshot neck wound like this? No treatment, no medical staff, no ambulance. The security staff is supposed to secure the area, not drag Charlie out like a sack of potatoes." Another moment that keeps getting replayed is when some viewers say it looks like he was placed into a vehicle roughly. And that has sparked even more debate.
Did Charlie Kirk's security give a signal right before he was unalived? Listen, I need you guys to watch this video. It's nothing graphic. It's not going to show anything aside from his security. So I need to know what people think about this.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
What the was the guy in the black doing?
Many people believe that with a serious neck injury, immediate medical care and careful handling would be critical. Because of that, some viewers felt the footage did not clearly show the kind of medical response they expected, leading to even more online speculation. The central question being raised is whether the response reflected the best option in an emergency or whether panic influenced decisions in those first crucial moments. Those questions remain the subject of public debate, and the footage alone does not provide definitive answers. Some of you were already pointing out what you thought was unusual behavior before the shooting. Online, some viewers claimed they noticed members of the security team checking their watches, exchanging glances, and making subtle gestures. One person in particular also drew attention from some viewers because they believed his actions looked unusual shortly before Charlie was shot, though those interpretations remain speculative. Soon after, that same person appeared to be in a position where they were recording the aftermath as Charlie was being carried away, and that caught the attention of many viewers. People online also began discussing footage that they believe shows someone handling or removing an SD card shortly after the shooting, although the context and significance of that moment have not been independently confirmed.
So let's see what he actually does.
To some viewers, it feels like several unusual details are piling up at the same time, and that's why the debate has become so intense. Some people online believe the security team's actions look too unusual, too controlled, or too poorly timed to be explained by panic alone, while others caution that the available footage doesn't provide the full picture. One commenter wrote, "So weird that these guys are handling his body and not EMTs." One commenter added, "Furthermore, they have no idea where the hospital is. If they did plan for that and knew the route to the hospital, it would make more sense to just have an ambulance on standby if that level of planning was done."
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
Those kinds of comments have fueled more online debate. As a result, some people are asking whether the response simply broke down under extreme pressure or whether decisions made in those moments affected how medical care was delivered. There is no verified evidence that Charlie's team intentionally prevented life-saving treatment, and those claims remain unproven. The discussion grew even more intense after Charlie Kirk's head of security, Brian Harpole, gave an exclusive interview that many viewers described as raising additional questions. During that interview, Harpole described how fast everything unfolded and explained the decisions that were made in those chaotic moments. But instead of ending the debate, his comments pushed even more people to analyze every detail. Supporters say the security team did what they believed was necessary under impossible circumstances, while critics argue there are still unanswered questions about the emergency response. Until official findings provide clearer answers, many of the claims circulating online remain speculation rather than established fact. Even now, people are still slowing the footage down frame by frame, trying to figure out whether they missed something the first time around. Every new clip, camera angle, and eyewitness account has sparked another wave of debate across social media.
Not going to put a hold on that. Nobody went back and asked questions to the school or said, hey, well, let's do a FOIA and do some back digging on that. That's not protected under this evidentiary gag order.
Some believe the available videos raise legitimate questions about how the response unfolded, while others warn that short clips taken out of context can easily create misleading conclusions. For now, many of the biggest claims remain unverified as the public continues searching for answers. As more information continues to come out, the focus is likely to stay on what happened in those critical first minutes after the shooting. Investigators, witnesses, and publicly available evidence will ultimately carry more weight than viral theories or social media posts. Even so, the questions being raised online show why so many people are paying close attention to every update. Until the facts are fully established, separating confirmed information from speculation remains one of the biggest challenges in this story. One thing is certain, this story has become much bigger than a single viral video. Every new report and public statement is being examined closely, with supporters and critics often reaching very different conclusions from the same information. That's why it's important to separate confirmed facts from online theories as the investigation continues. Until more verified details are released, many of the claims circulating across social media remain questions rather than proven conclusions. No matter where you stand on this story, it's one that sparked intense debate and left many people waiting for more verified answers. As new information becomes available, the full picture may become much clearer. Until then, it's worth keeping an open mind and focusing on confirmed facts as they emerge. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to stay informed about this case. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Just remember to keep the discussion respectful and based on the evidence available. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.